Hi there. This is a brief presentation about a new store coming to the Matsu Valley. My name is Tim Zallinger. I am the driving force behind this project. I want to thank you for your interest. This is an exciting step for us. I live here in Palmer with my wife and our two dogs. That's not one of them, that's Tiny. We met Tiny at the Bishop's Attic. That's a thrift store right here in Palmer. I like thrift stores. I like Craigslist. I like keeping things out of the garbage. What I don't like is waste. I hate waste. I hate disposable things. I hate the idea of burying useful things. I think it's antithetical to our survival on this planet. We bury things that are perfectly functional just because we are finished with them. We bury things that might just need a little reconditioning to be useful again. And we bury stuff that could be repurposed into something completely different with a completely different purpose. And there are plenty of creative people out there that can do amazing things with that stuff. There is genius out there. We bury too much stuff that still has life, and I want to do something about it. That's why I'm starting Matsu Valley Rebuild. It's going to be a used and surplus building materials store where anyone can shop. Right now, we're looking for a location for this store. The inventory of Matsu Valley Rebuild will be donated by community members and local businesses, and it will be anything related to home improvement or creative construction. So basically, the way it will work is when like a contractor or builder builds a house or does a remodel, they can donate the old material they removed and donate the leftover items they don't use to the store. When a homeowner or a crafty person has a project, they can do the same. When you clean out your garage and you maybe find a bunch of random lumber, some unused tile or bricks, bring it down to the store and donate it. When you replace the hardware on your cabinets, we will take the old ones. When you replace a sink or redo your floor, maybe you take the shelving system out of your closet because it doesn't fit your wardrobe anymore, donate it to the store. Then, on the other end, all of that stuff will be available for sale for shoppers at Matsu Valley Rebuild. Matsu Valley Rebuild will be a nonprofit. So when individuals and businesses donate items, they'll get a tax receipt that they can claim at tax time, hopefully encouraging them to donate rather than dump. This donation model will also help the store keep overhead low and allow us to provide items at a great price. And with an inventory determined by what the community donates, a lot of the selection will be varied and always changing from week to week, day to day, even hour to hour. There will definitely be parameters on what gets accepted. Early on, we'll maybe a little more strict until we have more space and resources. And things will have to be in a reasonable condition so that we can sell them. But we'll accept everything from a handful of screws from your junk drawer to the complete set of kitchen cabinets and plenty of stuff in between. Lumber, light fixtures, tile, doors, plumbing parts, landscaping materials. We'll have a huge variety of items. There'll certainly be lots for the traditional building community, but we'll also have plenty of eclectic and unique items too. This will be a store for anyone who has something to make. Maybe you're making a mosaic table for your patio and you need a few pieces of tile. Maybe your kid, your son or daughter is working on a school project and they want to get their grades up and maybe, thinking about doing something a little extra. Or perhaps you're working on a landscaping project and you want to do something a little different. Or perhaps you're working on a birdhouse and you want to make it funky. So you go with a brass perch to class it up a little bit. There will be something for everyone in the community. It's just a matter of opportunity, inspiration, and motivation. Matsu Valley Rebuild will strive to provide that. I want to help develop and strengthen the creative fabric here in the Valley. And I think we can keep more of our money right here in the Valley and more useful items out of the landfill. The target for the store's permanent site is the intersection of the Trunk Road and the Palmer-Wasilla Highway. This won't be the initial site, as we'll have to start small and within a reasonable budget. But once we have our feet under us and we've got some momentum and we're rolling, we'll probably outgrow that first site and we'll need to move and possibly build a proper home. But this intersection gives great access on main roads. It's centrally located in the borough and close to the landfill. It is a pretty convenient spot for a lot of people in the borough. Our valley is growing rapidly, and that growth is expected to continue for the foreseeable future. Obviously, building is a big part of that growth, and this store can help manage that. With that building and that growth comes a lot of garbage. And maybe the biggest impact we can have is at the landfill. Garbage is really expensive, and we can certainly save money as individuals through a reuse store by shopping there and donating there. But we can also save money as a borough by greatly reducing what we bury just down the road. We can save a lot of money, potentially up to $125,000 a year. And that's just by diverting useful building materials from the landfill. We could also preserve a lot of green space right next door to that landfill. This is a map of the Matsu Greenbelt. And as you can see, a large portion of it is slated for future landfill use. We can delay that use for years if we just slow down our garbage production. So there are some obvious benefits. Some of them almost easy, but a lot of them have tremendous impact. We can give people the chance to shop for cool stuff from a unique community store. We can save a lot of character materials and pieces, keep them in circulation. We can help out the environment, and we can save a lot of money through several different avenues. These are all great benefits. But what else can we do? What other impacts can we have? Well, we can clean up our yards and properties by taking down old sheds and barns. Maybe take that old pile of lumber you have stacked out by the garage. We can stimulate other businesses by inspiring people in our community to be more creative and productive. They come into our store and get an idea, they start a project, and we'll send them down the road to another store and they can get what they need to finish that project. We can spread sustainability and better building practices by encouraging people and businesses to pass on what they don't use and to use what still has life to it that other people passed on. And in the future, we'd like to offer some job training for those who might need it. We can offer opportunities right at Matsu Valley Rebuild. These are some more great things, and I think they can all be very beneficial to the valley. But I do want to get back to what I said about people being geniuses. That's it's really quite true, and I think it's very relevant for a project like this, for a store like this. So I want to just show you some examples. Here's a bench that someone made out of an old headboard and footboard. There's a old sewing table that someone placed a piece of glass in, refinished. There's a piano that is now a bar with plenty of wine storage underneath. There's a mama bird and her baby, a little welding project with an old shovel and some forks. There's an old suitcase that someone turned into a medicine cabinet, complete with luggage tag. Here, someone used some old windows and built a shower wall. I think that's an old wine crate, maybe, on the ceiling for the light fixture. And someone made some googly eyed rocking monsters out of an old tire there. There's a garden gate someone made out of an old metal headboard. There's a miniature greenhouse cold frame there out of old windows. That would be a great project for a workshop. I'll get to that in a little bit. And there's the obligatory cute dog picture, an old tire into a dog bed. We won't accept tires at the store, but I couldn't resist that one. There's some old drawers that someone hung up as shelving in their kitchen for easy access. There's an old boat for some deck storage and a workspace. There's an old set of lockers that someone turned into a pretty good looking hutch. And we have the dog bowl chairs, an old crib that someone turned into a paint shelf. And I think one of my favorites is the entertainment center that has been turned into a kids' play kitchen. I think that's pretty awesome. All right, back to business. So once we get going, Matsu Valley Rebuild will expand. The store is just the beginning. We'll get a truck and offer pickup services for large items or multiple items, anything that people can't manage on their own. We will offer deconstruction services, where a licensed and insured crew will come to your site and take down that barn or garage, even a house. We'll bring that material back to the store, denail it, and prepare it, and offer it for sale. We'll develop workshops to teach simple building projects like the mini greenhouse we saw or that cool mosaic table. We'll offer classes on basic home improvement projects like how to fix a leaky faucet or repair a hole in your drywall. We want to get a tool loan library started where people can sign up for a membership and then come and borrow a shovel or a wheelbarrow, maybe a post hole digger. They can come and sign it out for that one project for the weekend and then return it when they're finished. We would love to host fix-it workshops. So we'll have a workshop on a regular basis where people can bring in broken items like a vacuum cleaner or a lamp and have it repaired. We'll have experts and knowledgeable folks on site who can repair these things and also teach people how to repair these things. I think it would be great to involve people from the community in teaching a lot of these different classes. We have a lot of experienced professionals in the Valley, and I think we can really inspire and motivate people if we can show them what they're capable of. I would love to have a bicycle department. Lots of bikes and bike parts get thrown out on a regular basis. We could involve local bike stores in the valley to offer classes on how to tune and repair your bike. Maybe we could develop a build a bike class where people can learn how to build their own bike from the ground up. Too many bikes are getting thrown out and too many people don't have bikes. I think we can change that. I would like to offer a space for customer creations to be sold. I think if people can see what their neighbors are making, they can be inspired and motivated to create their own. I would like to offer a public gathering space. We had a difficult time finding a suitable meeting location at that Trunk Road Palmer Wasilla Highway intersection for our recent meeting. If we had a warm and inviting space where people could get together and hold meetings or just visit, tell fish stories, and enjoy some coffee, I think it could be a really cool space. We want to hold special events and building competitions, both at our store and throughout the community. We'd love to get involved with other organizations and other fundraisers and help out wherever and whenever we can. And maybe down the road a bit, I'd like to develop a large appliance department where we would be able to accept appliances like washers and dryers, ovens, microwaves, and get them repaired and back out into the community. There's real opportunity here to bring people together on some great collaborative projects. Okay, so where are we right now? Well, we're in a pretty good spot. We've got a bunch of paperwork completed. We have a small board of directors looking for more. We've been looking for a location, but we're still looking for a good location. We do have a bank account that's ready for donations, and we have submitted our 501c3 application. So we're doing all right. But really, we're just getting started. We need more board members, as I mentioned. If you have time, if you have ideas and passion for a project like this, please let us know. It's not a huge commitment. Volunteers will be very helpful, starting pretty soon with the fundraising efforts. Then once we have a site, we'll be setting up the store. And then after we open, volunteers will always be welcomed and always appreciated. If you have any experience with grant writing, if you're a CPA, if you know someone who's a CPA, please reach out to us, let us know. Real big right now is that we need a home. We're looking for a space, ideally around 5,000 square feet, but we will settle for less. A combination of indoor and outdoor space would work. We would like to be as close to that target area as possible. We are pretty flexible at this point. We're just anxious to start collecting items and saving them from the landfill. We could use money toward that space as well, for deposit and rent, some improvements that we'll have to make as we build up the store and set it up for proper organization. And while we're not officially a nonprofit just yet, you can still donate money. So if you know of a place or someone that might, if you want to get involved or know someone who might, please reach out to us and let us know. All right, so what else might you want to know? We have a Facebook page. It's Matsu Valley Rebuild. Please check that out. Like us and share us and just keep an eye on it for updates and news. And if you would like to send me an email with any questions or comments, ideas, it's valleyrebuild@gmail.com. And that's all I got for you. I want to thank you again for checking out this presentation. Really appreciate your interest in Matsu Valley Rebuild, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.